Okay, so a lot of you guys have questions about confidence intervals. So I'm going to using the confidence interval worksheet and just do one of the problems. Where I'm going to do example 1. Example 1 says, suppose scores on exam in statistics are normally distributed with an unknown population mean and the population standard deviation of 3 points. A random sample of 36 score is taken and gives a sample mean of 68. We want to find a 95% confidence interval for the true population mean of statistics exam score. Okay, so for this problem, we want to find the confidence interval. To find the confidence interval, we are talking about the 95% confidence interval. So 95% confidence interval, that means based on my sample mean, which is 68, I'm going to create a middle range of 95% of the data, and with a remaining of 5% total on the both tails. That gives me, for each tail, I'm going to have about 2.5% each. So to find the confidence interval, I'm actually looking for those two marks based on how many standard deviation or standard errors away from my mean 68. I'm going to call it M. So to find it, I'm actually going to focusing on the left part and to tell me what is that particular M is, only because for this part is much easier. I can just using I can just use norm inverse. The percentage is 2.5%. And then the mean is 0. And then the standard deviation is 1. And then cumulative. Actually no cumulative. We do not need that portions. So if I want to looking for this particular side, then I have to do norm inverse. My percentage now is going to be 97.5, combining the 95% and the 2.5%. 0 and 1. So I'm going to put my Excel and calculate those two numbers. So I'm going to do norm that inverse of 2.5%, comma 0, comma 1. I got negative 1.95996. That is going to be my M. So as I mentioned that I'm looking for two numbers. Those two numbers are M's of standard errors away between from the X bar, the mean. So we know that X bar is 68. And we have the M is negative 1.96. I'm just going to convert it to a positive number. I'm going to using this positive number. So this is going to be my mean minus, actually I didn't calculate my standard error. My standard error is, I'm going to use the sigma divided by square root of n. I need to take out the equal sign so it won't calculate. Because for the problems has the population standard deviation is 3 points. This is the sigma. So my standard error is going to be sigma divided by square root of sample size. We have total of 36 scores. So we have 0.5. So this is going to be 68 minus the m multiplied by the standard error, and 68 plus m multiplied by the standard error. So my 95% confidence interval is going to be from 67.02 to 68.98. That if I want to interpret, I can interpret as 95% confidence that the mean or the true or the population mean exam score, since this is an exam problem, is between 67.02 to 68.98.